Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the ABUGames.com feature match. I'm Derek Peterson.
And I'm Jack Kern.
With ABUGames.com. This was our F&M finals from November 2nd. There is Andy on the left playing black-red zombies against Casey on the right who's playing black-green zombies. So, got a pretty fast aggro matchup this week compared to the usual control-ish decks that we've seen the past couple weeks.
Yeah, it'll be a nice change of pace. Something a little faster.
So, Andy's going first, which is going to be a big thing in this matchup as we see a turn 1 bump of the night for Andy.
Casey goes to 17. It's not really the turn 1 play he wants to see, but it's not a bad one either.
So Cavern, assuming zombies, we do see Gravecrawler and pass the turn for Casey. Looks like Andy's got a good grip of land. I see he's got at least a Geralf's Messenger.
And a Searing Spear.
So no other plays, just going to pass it back to Casey. He's going to attack for 2 with the Gravecrawler, sends Andy down to 18. Looking at Casey's hand, so we're going to see a Diregraf Ghoul here and a Guildgate come to play tapped. He's got Messenger,
Crippling Blight, Lotleth Troll.
I think I saw Rakdos Cackler, unless I'm mistaken. But we do see a Searing Spear for the Diregraf. And then at this point, I'm assuming we're going to see the Messenger for Andy.
Yeah. That would be my guess.
So to plays the Swamp. Messenger sends Casey down to 15. Passes it back.
Drew the Gravecrawler.
So right now Casey's stuck on 2 land. He can cast Lotleth Troll. He can cast Shred Freak. I see. He can cast Gripping Blight and Gravecrawler in the same turn. He's gonna attack for 2, sending Andy down to 16.
And he chooses to play the Gravecrawler.
Just gonna get that out there. He can cast the Crippling Blight here, which I don't think would be the worst play, but
saves him some damage.
Although, if Andy were to get Falkenrath Aristocrat sack out, it would not be very good for Casey. So looks like he's just thinking about it. Not sure. He just passes the turn instead. I don't really like that. I feel like you want to think through your entire plays rather than just play the one and then just maybe sit back on the other for next turn. I don't really like that, especially when you have so many other cards you could have played. So Blood Crypt tapped. A swing for 3 from Andy sends Casey down to 12.
Passes the turn. There's a dead way to sort of not do anything against that Messenger, I guess.
It really wouldn't do much. And at this point, so he's going to attack in for 4 more, sending Andy down to 12 by doing so. He can cast a Lotleth Troll. Now I think about it, I don't think Shred Freak is a zombie.
Shred Freak is a human.
So he can't even cast that. He's just going to cast a Lotleth Troll here. It's kind of sitting back. No, he's not having the 3rd land is hurting him right now.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And we do see a Brimstone Volley immediately taking care of the Lotleth Troll. No black mana to regenerate.
That's rough.
And he just still keeps ripping land here, but I think the Messenger just going to keep it in a better position, at least for the time being. Swings in for 3 more, sends Casey down to 9, and he still has Bump of the Night he could flash back. We do see a Blood Artist, which I think is going to be pretty... This is probably one of the better times to see a Blood Artist.
Yeah.
Although Casey does have the Crippling Blight and Deadweight.
Yeah, he's got multiple ways to take care of it. Actually has double Crippling Blight right now.
Yeah, he just drew a 2nd one. Looks like still not another, still no 3rd land for Casey, which is definitely putting him in a hole in this match so far.
Yeah.
Even though he's able to swing for 4, while Andy's only able to swing for 3. I think the Blood Artist is going to swing the favor. So do we see another swing for 4?
No blocks, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Andy. He's got 1 card in hand.
Ooh, he is blocking.
He is deciding to block, I guess. So, Andy is technically just taking 1, because he's taking 2 and then gaining 1.
Yeah, and Casey takes the 1 from the Blood Artist.
So, I have Andy at 11 and Casey at 8 currently. At this point, not sure what else. So, at this point, Casey just kind of stuck. Well,
oh,
Andy just keeps drawing land. the bonus for Andy is that he has the bump of the night he can flash back, but he does not want to be drawing land here.
No.
I'm not sure if he really wanted to get rid of the Blood Artist that early.
Yeah, Blood Artist is one of your best cards.
So I feel like maybe blocking last turn probably wasn't the best idea. Especially since KC is green. You're not going to see any Brimstone Volleys or Searing Spears.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of thinking over what he wants to do. He can obviously see that KC has a full grip of cards.
Yeah.
Although we know that KC's cards aren't exactly the best in this situation.
It's not too much to think about. Oh, you think about flashing back the bump.
He's thinking if he wants to take a shock to flash back the bump now. Which it looks like he does. So he goes down to 9. He's going to flash it back now. So Casey goes down to 5 off that. And then 3 more sends him down to 2. So this puts Casey in a very rough spot because Messenger...
There's a Blood Artist that he can cast and that can block and gain him 1 life.
Which, that I think is the play here. I think that's really your only play.
Mm-hmm.
So he does throw down the Blood Artist, because at this point with Casey being at 2, even if the Messenger were to die, he would still lose 2 from that. So we do see another swing for 4, sending Andy down to 5.
And Casey just loses to a whole ton of spells that Andy could rip.
Yeah, he could rip Searing Spear, Bump of the Night, Brimstone Volley.
Aristocrat.
Yeah. A bunch of live spells.
But it looks like since he didn't slam it, he didn't draw one of those multiples of spells.
He would have, just immediately tapped and just would have cast immediately. I'm trying to see what he had. I'm not sure if it was a... It was either, I think it was a red-black hybrid, it looked like something. Either Shred Freak or Cackler.
He doesn't have Shred Freak in his list, so it's probably a Cackler.
Still just thinking it over.
Mm-hmm.
Not very often you see the red-black players go to the tank.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to think about. You swing in with Messenger, and if Casey bricks again, you win.
So, do you see the Rakdos Cackler?
Looks like he chooses to not unleash it.
Yeah, so and then just ships it back.
Odd play, in my opinion.
This way, if Casey does swing with the Gravecrawlers, I guess he can block both creatures' trade.
Casey can't attack now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he would gain off the Blood Artist before the Messenger would come back into play.
Correct. So yeah, Casey wouldn't die, but it gives Andy some outs. We do see a Crippling Blight on the Messenger, so it can't block right now, and it becomes a 2/1. Right now, Casey's just wishing he had one more black source so we could take care of that Cackler. Does swing in for 4.
He's thinking about whether to block. I would not block here. Yeah. Because I think you just win if you don't block.
Well, if he doesn't block, he goes down to 1, and then anything off a Blood Artist. But if he attacks in, I believe that it would be lethal with the ability still on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does block it, Casey will go up to 3, and then he will be able to recast 1 Gravecrawler. Andy would take a total of 3 damage from the Gravecrawler. Ooh, so it looks like he just takes it, goes down to 1. So he just needs to rip the spell here, and there's.
I guess sorta.
And he rips the Messenger. All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, after drawing a whole bunch of land, it was a top deck Messenger that took the game for Andy. Casey's going to see if he can bounce back here. We'll be right back with Game 2.